Hello. Hello. Oops. This might help. Going by pure ambiance tonight. Hello. Welcome. Got a few things to do. Hi, Megan from Illinois. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hi from California. Hi, Danielle. Oh, Val, miss you too. Hold on. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Charlotte. Hello from Wisconsin and Staten Island, New York. Hello, hello, Jamie. Hi, Grace. Hi, Christine. Kyra, love the new cowl. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome, everyone. Aw, thanks, Karen. Excuse me. Hello. Hey, Courtney. Hi, Sharon from Louisiana. Hey, Nancy. Happy Thursday from Nebraska. And hello, Nancy from Wisconsin. Oh, on TikTok, Violet, Merlot, Incantations, Blueberry, Amethyst. Mix them with a green or a yellow. Alex, I don't know if you got that one. That one was from TikTok. Welcome, everyone. So last week our pairings went completely done in 5 minutes, so I'm going to try and keep track a little bit better today. And just try and make sure. Facebook is on, Lynn. Maybe refreshing the app might help. Thank you, Alex. Hello from League City, Texas. OMG, before you moved your mic back, I almost turned up the volume on my TV. It would have been catastrophically loud. Oh no. Yeah, okay, good. I saw one number on Instagram. It was how many people were there, and I thought that was how many pairings we had for a second, and I freaked out. Okay. Hi, Alicia. Hello, from Tallahassee. Hey there, got my Neve sweater scarf done in Celeste. Loving it so much. Ooh, I need to take pictures and post them in the Facebook group. I bet that's beautiful. All right, guys. The cowl that I'm wearing, Danielle, is Wildflower Patch in Murex. The Murex is in Suri. Suri. Hi, Shonda. Hey, from Michigan. Hello. Guys, I'm going to do a little bit less of pairings tonight. I know that will make it where I'm trying to get us through so we don't have to do BSY after hours, which is like hour 2. So I'm watching. We are almost there with pairings. Oh, Debbie's Suri lace got shipped today. Patty says, thank God I got my Canada Goose costume. Is it cold? Is it cold there? Peggy, not sure if I did it right before. What are you needing help with? Hey, Robin. Hello from Fayetteville, New York. I know, I'm nearing 20. I know, I almost can't look away. Because as soon as it's like, as soon as I look away, it goes wild. Shonda said, I love the BSY after hours. If anyone's wondering, BSY after hours is when we go past the 2-hour mark. Anything past that, we don't know what's going to happen. And that's BSY after hours. BSY after dark gets spicy. It does not. It's very not spicy. It's a little crazy. It's just me being like, I don't know. Hayasuko, I know the pairing request. I'm gonna get one more and watch 5 more. All right, they're done. We're this button. I'm like, where's my button? It's right there. Guys, we're at it. Okay. I started to panic for a minute. Where's the buttons? PS5 after hours. Anything can happen. We don't know. What's the new colorway for pairing? We have new colorways. Someone's like, close the pairings. I will. 22 pairing requests in 6 minutes. I know. Last week, it was over that, I think, in 5. Woo. Yeah, it's overtired Marcy and the rest of us encourage her. Keep going. Martha, reds. If you're wanting to make the melt the ice hat in reds, we've got a lot. Ruby has been crazy. Kennecott has been good. A lot of people have been getting that too. So you can get either one of those. Sam is also very good. So those are all the reds. Red Rider has also been basically anyone. We've been making lots of all of them. Sandra wants to know, does anyone else wait till after the live to place their orders? Some people do. Yeah, Marcy gets punch drunk after the first hour, sometimes even sooner. Yes, Kyra's right. She said, everyone just remember you can always email and feel free to search hashtag BSY yarn pairings in the community group to see previous pairings. Yes. So a lot of stuff, just because we've had colorways around for a long time, we have pairings of things that we have lots. We've been doing this for years, and Kyra and Beth is now helping too, I believe. Very graciously volunteer their time, and they go through without being asked. This is something they do just for you all. They go through and they take screenshots of the lives, because just so if it was up to me, I would be like, sorry babe, go back through. I'm not reliving those 2 hours again. So thank you so much, Kyra and Beth, for going through and taking screenshots of the pairings. Otherwise, it's without them, we would not have them, I assure you. So but there's lots and lots of things if you're wanting specific colorways that we have shown pairings of before. Oh, Courtney, no more. Don't worry, we're not doing any more limited colorways for February. I have some real ones, or not real ones. They're all real, but I have some that will be around for a while. Did I bring them all the way in? I know I grabbed them. Where did I put them? Okay, so no new ones. Oh, guys, hold on. I'm suddenly realizing that I think I just set them on my counter. Just a minute. I'll be right back. Bear with. I'm coming right back. Found them. Okay. Don't worry. I got it. Okay. All right. So we do have a new set coming out. Let's go ahead and focus. Okay, focus in. Maria, I am so sorry pairings are closed for the night. Okay. So, focusing in. This Friday, Britt of KnotBadBritt is releasing this lovely cowl. This is the Grainline bias cowl. It's crochet. It's got this nice connection in the back. This is the is it called Twawl kit? And here it is. I made a kit, even though Amethyst Quartz is expiring at the end of this month. Britt made a sample for herself out of Amethyst Quartz and Suri lace, and so for a little bit it will be available under this pattern for the month as the kit. And this is it's absolutely beautiful. So she held Amethyst Quartz and Orchid and Suri together for this cowl. There's the back. I'll stand up a little bit so you can see how it You can see how it is. Mine is Wildflower Patch and Murex in Suri. And yes, Kyra, hers is Amethyst Quartz and Orchid. So these two. And it is, yeah, Sam said that's absolutely stunning. It is. So that on the kit is, or online, is the Gossamer kit. Such a big fan of effortless styling with cowls. Yes. I love cowls. There is not a knit pattern. This is a crochet pattern. Both of the yarns are not in Suri. One is a sport weight and one is the Suri weight. So you only need one skein for this. Sam, I bet you could try it. I bet you could do it. Jeannie, it's sport weight. And Jennifer asked if it's DK, it's sport weight. All right, and then there will be a couple other kits too. There's the Paisley kit, which is Macbeth Witches and Dr. Jekyll held together. So let me get it. There it is. Okay, I was like, I had my Macbeth Witches. So this one is the Paisley kit. Ooh. And then there's the Damask kit, which is Impressions, and I just have a worsted weight here with me in my little closet, but Impressions and Blue Morpho. So those are the kits. It will be available tomorrow. You can as always, you can get the kits if you want kind of the guesswork about what looks good with what taken out for you. And if you want just the pattern to make whenever you're ready, you can get that as well. They will all be available tomorrow. So that's tomorrow. Those two weights together make a DK, right? I would say they make a nice thick DK. So like a really nice thick DK. Those are my favorite types of cowls. Robin, I love this one. It's super nice. I cannot crochet. Really wish there was a knit version. Hey, if you like, this might be a good time to learn. The colors of your cowl. Yes. Sorry, I was so focused on the other ones. I forgot my own. Yes, I can. That's Clara. My Murex skein. I just put... Oh, sorry, that bag. All right, well, I just had my Murex skein and now it's gone. So, where did I put it? I'm just going to show it with Clara, which is very close. But there are pictures online. There it is with Clara. Wildflower Patch and Clara. Very similar. The Murex adds a little bit, it makes it a little bit lighter with some blues in there. Now that bothers me because I know I just saw it and now it's not here anymore. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay. So it begins. Anyways, at least you can see what my kit looks like worked up. Any thought about making swatches when kits with Suri held double? Last thing needed is asking BSY to do more, but I'm always undecided since the Suri can change the color so much. You know, I'll think about that because part of me is like, no. I don't want to. But I understand what you're saying, Kyra, because it can change the color. I always say like the thing that I go off of is if it's like darker, first of all, if you're doing like a contrasting color like these two, it will almost always make a marled look. And if your Suri is darker, it will add more depth to your project. If it's lighter, it will bring some brightness to it. So that's kind of how I judge things when I'm putting them together like that. Is I think like if it's a darker Suri color, it will bring more depth and still have a marled look, especially if you're doing different ones. Like you're not holding the Suri double with itself. So I've had ones where I hold Sam, like when I held Sam together with a fingering weight and then a Suri weight, and that didn't change the color of Sam at all. It just added more depth to it. Now, I'm working on a project right now with something that's about to be released next week, and I'm using silk, which is lighter, and then I'm holding the Suri, which is darker. And so the colors are still the same and they look beautiful, but there is a slightly marled look because I have two different depths of saturation there. So, okay. I ordered my Zero Gravity and Orchid and Suri. Can't wait to swatch them together for a project. Ooh, Anya, that will be beautiful. Pearl Soho did a version for mohair that would very likely translate. Oh, maybe. What else? Okay. What weight will I get when I hold a worsted and Suri together? Linda, you will get like a bulky weight, or an Aran weight actually is what it would be. The Suri is a lace weight, but because it has a halo, I think it adds just a little bit extra cushion to it. I think not enough to really mess with your gauge, but it does make things a little bit thicker and cozier. All right, guys, we got to get started on pairings. All right, let's go. Did I get everything? All right, so Britt's pattern is coming out tomorrow. The Grainline bias cowl, it is crochet. Even if you are brand new to crochet, such as myself, I feel like you can definitely work on this, and you should. I have all Britt. I took photo. Don't worry, Britt. Britt was like, send mine back, and I said, sure. And I didn't want Britt's to get like too messy or anything, so I didn't wear yours, Britt. But I definitely wore my sample around the entire day. So I wore it to work. I took it off when I was dyeing yarn, but then I put it right back on again and have been wearing it around all day and was excited for to wear it tonight. Does Suri make it more bouncy or just thick? So Suri doesn't make it more bouncy. It has, I would say merino is what is like bouncy. It has a little more elasticity to it. And the Suri does have silk in the spin. So the silk kind of makes it just a little, it is a very, very delicate fiber. Not to the point where it's going to like snap or something like that. If you're, while you're working with it. But it is delicate, and I would say the silk kind of gives it a little bit of strength, but then because you're not, what are the words I'm trying to say? It's not bouncy. It does have a halo, and it's very, very soft. It's very, very soft. I have made full-on sweaters out of Suri with nothing else, no other merino or other fibers holding it together. I've made them single strand. I've held two together and made 2 strands of Suri together and made sweaters and all kinds of garments out of it. It's one of my favorite. It's Suri alpaca. It's one of my favorite bases to work with just because it is light and ethereal. It does add warmth for sure, and it is so, so soft. I've done it color work with it, and I think it's great. So I highly recommend this base. I think it's wonderful. I think it's easier to work with than mohair. It can get sticky if you're having to frog things, but not quite as much. So if I use DK and Suri, it will be close to worsted. Yeah, Linda. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It does have a very nice drape, and it's not like, oh, there's no stretch to there. It's not like that. But it's not like bouncy, I would say. I've never used Suri, but now this and the make along, I need to up my stash. I think so, Courtney. And it is fun because it doesn't dye the same way. You know, the variegateds, they look much different than, I'll get something so I can show you. So, like, this is Beth in merino wool, and then in the Suri alpaca. So they're much different. They speckle differently, they hold color differently, and sometimes even in the pan, we'll match things as best we can if you're ordering in larger quantities. But sometimes even in a pan, you can get things that just like take differently because of the halos and everything else that's in there. So they're very fun, very fun to work with. And yeah, I think you should. I like things that add a little new element to it. And it definitely has that. Debbie, any new colors? Yes. So not this week. This week we have our discontinued colorways. But next week we have new colors. Our discontinued colorways are Darjeeling Tea and Incandescently Happy. They are discontinuing colorways for February. You'll also see Amethyst Quartz on there. Our email coming out tomorrow will link you right to all these. And you'll also see the tea set. So one of our tea sets, Lavender Matcha, has been discontinued for a long time. And so if most of the set is discontinued, we will pull the entire set. So Butterfly PT is the only one from the tea set that will be hanging around longer term. So you'll see that on there. I don't have matcha here, lavender matcha here in my closet just because it's been discontinued for so long. So that is that. Rest in peace, lavender matcha. Yes. And then, okay, here's my, there it is. This is the set that is coming out next week. This is the Swan Lake set. And we have Siegfried, which has little hints of purple in this really pretty dusky blue. There's Act 2, which is the song that is very, very famous in that ballet. And it's like a moody, romantical purple with some blue and gray hints in there. And then there is Odette, which is like, it's got these really soft, very, very pale purpley pinks and grays and whites. And then this beautiful pop of like twilight blue. Anya, these are next week's releases. This one is the one I'm working on, a project which I'll start posting about once the set is live, because once I post about things, if the yarn's not there, people are like, wait. And I'm like, hold on. So anyway, I'm working with this one, Siegfried, in silk and Suri, and it is so pretty. So anyways, they are not assigned pooling candidates. They're like Odette, maybe, but the blues in it are so tiny, little tiny spots, that you will have to figure that out. So I'm not sure. Someone had, sorry, I'm just now seeing these comments on Instagram. Can you use fingering weight with Suri? Yes, I have done it before and it's beautiful. What are you wearing? The yarns and the colors. What I'm wearing is the Grainline bias cowl. It's crochet. It will be out on our website, badsheepyarn.com, tomorrow. And I'm wearing the Toile kit, which is Wildflower Patch and Murex in Sport and Suri. Incandescently Happy is such a perfect yellow. I've used it so much. We also really liked it, but it does have a tendency to flopsy more than it doesn't. So Siegfried is beautiful. I don't have any non-superwash right now. It is really hard to get darker colors on those, so I don't have any right now. The Dusky Purple, I do love it. Will you ever do assigned pooling? Maybe someday. There's a math to it though, and I don't do that very much. So, all right, this is Marlene. When are you going to dye something I do not want? I don't know. I don't know, Marlene. The new kit is it's basic crochet. We have some that are Tunisian crochet and everything else. Someone asked, is the new kit straight crochet? I believe it is. All right, let's get started on these pairings. This is the Swan Lake set. It will be out next week. Siegfried, Act 2, and Odette. They'll be out next week. I got to watch Swan Lake, the ballet, when I was making that set, and I listened to the music over and over and over again. It was a wonderful experience making that one. I'll have to blog about it. Just kidding. The sheep mug, my friend was at Flock and she got it for me. It's by Livia Zoe Studios. All right. First pairing, Yarn Fairies, Garnet, Sanguine, Echo, and Prickly Pear. Oh man, whoever said this is lucky. I almost took out my Sanguine today because I was like, I don't need this anymore. So let me see if I can find it. Because it's almost gone. There it is. Alright. Sanguine, Yarn Fairies, Prickly Pear, Echo, and Garnet. Whew. Almost dropped it. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Whoops. Here we go. Alyssa says, love Sanguine. I think I've been thinking about our summer yarn, and I'm thinking about doing something not the same colors as Sanguine, but the same kind of dye method as Sanguine, so that I can get similar Sanguine vibes, but slightly different colors. I'm actually thinking about going like almost like these color routes, but not quite. I have a set coming up that's I'm calling Bramble Patch or something like that in my head. It's like the picking berries and stuff. Swan Lake and Silk will be to die for. Yeah, it's very pretty. It's very pretty. Marcy has been increasing her purple game. Well, ever since Sam called me out on it years and years and years ago, I've been like, challenge accepted. Now people are like, where's the orange? And I was like, I'll get right on that. Like summer into fall. Yes, Kyra. Yes. Paisley Art Yoga says, I'm knitting a shawlet in Sanguine and it's so pretty. Yay. I'm so glad. I loved Sanguine. I loved it when we were making it. Ooh, Brambly Hedge. Ooh, Jeannie, that's cute. All right, our next pairing. Making sure I got all that. Yes. Petal with Murex Suri or another Suri that goes well with it. And now I'm like, where did my Murex Suri go that I had? Literally just right here. and then it like saw it, clapped my eyes on it, and then it went somewhere. I think I know where it is, but I'd have to leave again. No. All right, I'm getting Petal. And Murex Suri or another Suri that goes well. So we'll start with other Suris that go well. I will show you just plain Murex because it does look very well with Petal. And let me find, here it is with Clara. And I like that. Here it is with Wildflower Patch. And here it is with Lotus. Christine, I know. She took the word right out of my mouth. Orange. I know. That's my, that's our goal too. We were like, okay, now we need something else. Soft and soothing. Yes. Because purple, it's because purple is the best. I'm calling out the lack of neutrals. Hey, I've got a ton of neutrals. Pewter. Feather. Now I'm looking. Stardust, Romeo, Espresso, which is a brown. I would actually call, personally, I would put Acton Bell as a neutral. I would put Bronwell as a neutral. Black Jeans. I was like, challenge accepted. Wizard Robes, Marley. Siegfried Sandra is like a blue-purple hybrid. But if I'm missing some neutrals, Sneezes in Owl, Doe, and Eagle. Ooh, Doe, that is Bald Eagle. Those are some old ones. Gin and Tonic is a neutral, Anya says. Ooh, Charlotte just finished a cardigan in Feather today. It turned out awesome. I love Feather. Feather is one of my favorites. When I made it, it was after a year we did like a really bright Christmas. I think it was our vintage Christmas year. And I made Feather, and it just felt like such the biggest palette cleanser. It was wonderful to make, and it's just still like on the dye floor and everything else. We just like it. It's easy. It's doesn't mess up that often. It's very pretty, and it works up very, very well. Nemean neutral that has cream with just different shades of brown flecks. Brooks is close, but doesn't quite give chai tea latte. So Kyra, you want eggnog back? That's what you're saying. You're saying you want eggnog. That's what you're saying. Okay, Dr. Jekyll with the Bronte collection. All right. Wasn't there a time when Camille was one of the few couple purples you had? Yes. And now look at the collection and how it's grown. It has grown. This is the Bronte collection with Dr. Jekyll. I need a good beige, variegated tan, brown cream. Okay. I'm thinking we have in April, I believe, we're doing Beatrix Potter yarn. That is something that usually I would spill on BSY After Dark, but I'm still working on that. So maybe I'll fit some neutrals in there. Maybe I will. It was such a good color, Marcy. Well, thanks, Megan. But not as yellow. Eggnog did have some of it split yellow. Plenty of eggnog for a cabled sweater. Ooh. Camille changed her name to Celeste. No, not quite. Not. It's very different. Celeste is much more, and see, like, but I look at those colors in very much nuances. So I am like, oh, but they're different. One has speckles. One does not. One has, you know, one's this dye and it's more blue than that one. Blah 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 blah. I'm hopeless. Like, it's different, and I'm like, well, this is how I got to Bourbon and Bonbon. This is how I got to Bourbon and Bonbon. Celeste and Suri. So Celeste is one of the only ones I don't have. I have a list of ones that I don't have just because we just didn't have them. I got Orchid, Eclipse, Celeste, and Joe are the ones I don't have in Suri. But I can tell you Celeste and Suri is absolutely ethereal. I would say they asked for Ice Fog to go with it, and I wouldn't put Ice Fog with it because Celeste has a lot more purple in there. Bon Bourbon. Christine, no, she said all this neutral talk is distracting you from the orange, isn't it? It's not at all. I feel like orange, and then maybe, I don't know about neutrals. Yes, I feel like we need some like camel colors and maybe more gingerbready colors in there. And maybe I would like to do one that's like a really light tan with gray mixed, kind of like a little hedgehog rabbit situation for the Beatrix Potter stuff. But the oranges are on my mind before all this, so don't worry. Kyra, I regret bugging you about Bourbon and Bonbon because the caramel brown is so good with so much. Everyone's like, no. Definitely have regrets about not getting as much gingerbread. I think we'll, like Upstate, hint hint, I think we'll Bourbon with a side of Bonbon, more cool greens. I'm working on that too, Charlotte. Sam says she bought like 5 or 6 skeins just to have them. Oh, that's funny. Okay, what am I doing? All right. So the Celeste. So Celeste and Suri, since I don't have it here, pulls very light like this. And so I will show it with an ice fog so you can see. There they are. The ice fog does bring out some of the little bit of blues, but it is very much pale pastel purple. If you want it to be more blue than purple, or some kind of hybrid, you can put it with prints, which would make a marled effect, and the Suri would be very pretty with this. Very light, very ethereal. So I think I keep saying that, but it's because it's true. It's gorgeous. So this is Prince and Celeste. And for the Celeste part, just imagine it with a halo of fluff. And that's pretty much what it looks like. Another one that would be absolutely beautiful with Celeste is Blue Morpho. If you want something that is like kind of has those ice fog vibes, so the variegated, and what the Celeste would do with this is it would kind of make it just a little bit more marled, but it would also pull out a lot of, it would make it just a little bit lighter than what it is currently. Ice fog with air would be very beautiful, so I'll try that one, and then I will go to the next pairing. Ice fog and air would be really pretty. They are so similar that air would lighten up ice fog just a little bit, but just because ice fog has some more darker grays and blues in it. But because it is still a gray, blue, white colorway, it would complement each other really well. So I would say this would bring a little bit of light, and the bright blues, it would really, that's what I'm trying to point at right there. and right there. It would make them really pop. All right. Peggy just got on. Did I miss anything new? Yes, but don't worry. I will circle back at the end. My local yarn store still has a stash of gingerbread. Maybe check a store near you. Yes, that's definitely a good option. Looking at your local yarn shop and just seeing, do you have, if they have our yarn, just ask if they have maybe gingerbread or something like that. Courtney, I'm the voice of a generation of BSY orders. Okay, this one was one from TikTok. Violet, Merlot, Incantations, garnet, blueberry, amethyst, and mix them with a green or a yellow. Okay. Merlot, which I had. I know we need violet, incantations, wild blueberry, Merlot. Merlot is in a weird spot. Okay. Chivalry with air and ice fog really quick. Yes. Sam, do you want to see it in Suri at all? P.S. I have been dead set on doing my make-along. And by dead set, I mean like open to a change, but pretty positive that I was going to do the photo that I have online of Joe as the DK and then vintage champagne for the Suri, for the make-along. But as I was putting away stuff today, I was like, or I can do the Noble Knight set and just have one, probably Chivalry be my DK color, and then Heavy Metal be my Suri. And so now I'm thinking maybe that. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't really wear brown a lot, but I wear cream a lot. So I'm open to opinions. Air, Suri, and Ice Fog you just had. Okay. Air, Suri, Ice Fog, and then what one? Chivalry, right? Yes. Okay. There it is. All right, I pulled Chivalry in merino. Ooh, Kyra's doing Joe and Wildflower Pageant Suri. That's cute. There you go, Sam. All right, and then if you're knitting the make-along, I love the solid as the DK. It shows really cool stitch pattern that I think is lost in the variegated yarn. Ooh, okay. Okay. I have Violet, Merlot, Incantations, Garnet, and Amethyst Quartz. Garnet. Put these back. Ah, guess what I just found? Murex. Right, literally right in front of me. Okay. And Amethyst Quartz right here. And then a green or a yellow to go with these. I would say yellow. I can show it with Echo. So here's Merlot, Wild Blueberry, Incantations, Garnet, Violet, and Amethyst Quartz over here. And here it is with Dr. Jekyll, which is a really bold gold. Whoops. There we go. Here it is with, Enchanted Forest. And then I can show Emerald too, but Enchanted Forest just has some like really wonderful greens in there. And I'll show Echo, which I had. It went somewhere. There it is. Here it is with Echo. Which I didn't think, but Echo might be my favorite out of all of those. Jeannie says Crafter's Boutique has tons of BSY and they have some discontinued yarn. They have prickly pear. I would agree. Yes, they do. What is the make along? You can check. It's on our Facebook group, the BSY Community Official, or you can find, that's actually, I said or, that's where we're hosting it, our Facebook group. You can find a lot of the details on our blog if you just go badcheapyarn.com and blog up there. There are a few comments. I have to go in and answer them. But the way our website does comments is weird because, like if I respond to a comment, I'm not sure you'll get the notifications because I have to go in and comment as someone in the blog. So it's built for a website, not for blogging. But anyways, I might see if I can email those people back specifically with stuff. But anyways, if you go to badcheapyarn.com, there's a blog. It will have links to everything, but we are hosting it and doing all of the conversation and everything else from the BSY community Facebook page. And we are making a scarf or a cowl or it's a bundle. It's a bundle. And there's knit, crochet, and Tunisian crochet options. What's BSY After Dark? Jamie, BSY After Dark is just whenever this live goes longer than 2 hours and I just start saying stuff. It's last week I found information that I didn't think I had. I was like, we did a few extra pairings because I was like, why not? We're all here. You just never know what's going to happen. Show it again with Echo. I turned my head. Okay. Sorry. Trying to remember Wild Blueberry. Do I have it? All right. Well, the Wild Blueberry. My brain left, but here's the rest of it. Oops. Extra dark as Marcy 2.0 unfiltered. The can of beans gets awfully close to the edge of the counter. There they are with Echo. Sans Wild Blueberry, but that one was my favorite. Okay. Next. All right. Water Suri with another blue. I am putting it with, here it is with Zircon. Oh, Shelly, the mug is just, it's one of my personal ones. It's by a potter. Someone had said they're sold out. Livia Zoe Studio. It's not ours. Sorry. It's one of our personal ones. This is water with Zircon. And it's going to show it with Sapphire. And then I'll do Big Blue Wet Thing. There is Sapphire and water. And here is something very similar but beautiful. Big Blue Wet Thing in water. If you wanted to do this if you're doing this for the make along or for the cowl that I have on, it would be beautiful. Low contrast, lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Ouch. Oof. All right. Just making sure I have comments. The Bordeaux would be pretty in there too. In that purple one, yeah, it would be pretty too. Wild Iris, the Shire, Siren, and 3 contrasting colors, maybe Fireweed, Orchid, and Festival of Lights. Okay. Wild Iris, the Shire, Siren, and then 3 contrasting colors. I'm going to get Orchid and Festival of Lights. These are the ones that were mentioned. All right, so here is Wild Iris, the Shire, and Siren. And then here are the 3 contrasting. This is fun. Fireweed, Orchid, and Festival of Lights. That's really fun. Okay. I'm going to get some other purples in here. I'm going to put Orchid. I remember when we came out with the Shire, everyone loved these. And Fireweed does have some green speckles in there that I think are really, really cute. I'm going to put maybe Zero Gravity instead of Orchid. And then I'll keep Festival of Lights in there. I thought that one was fun. We'll just see. I'm not sure what you're making, but this sounds fun. Mindy, it will be interesting. And Suri is fun to work with, I think. So far, every time I'm like, Suri's fun to work with, no one has been like, I hate it on here. So either they're being nice and not telling me, or it is really generally pretty awesome. So it could be either of those things. Chivalry with water would be very pretty too, Alice. You're right. All right. So I'm not sure if this was not fun for you. These ones. Alicia, sure. So they had asked for these. This is, yes, Festival of Lights, Siren, Wild Iris, Fireweed, the Shire, and Orchid. This is what they had asked for originally, and then I swapped out Orchid for Zero Gravity, but I think I liked it with Orchid better personally. So I don't know what you're making, but that's fun. I think the suggestions that they had for the contrasting colors of Festival of Lights, Fireweed, and Orchid were good. And that they should follow their hearts on that one. Okay. Next. Beth, I don't know what I'm thinking either. Well, whatever it is, Beth, it'll be great. Sounds like you have a great plan. Oh, okay, neutrals fade. So I'm going that could shift, Karen says. Karen. Bought the Whispering Hollow kit trying to convert the pattern into a triangle shawl. Good luck. I cannot help you there. Send me a picture when you're done. That's fun. I haven't worked with mohair in a very long time. They said I'm excited to try it. Hate mohair. I haven't worked with mohair in a long time. It is not my favorite. Okay. Thank you, I will. Yay. May the odds be ever in your favor. That's just how I feel about design things in general, though. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. So, as soon I was hesitant about the Suri because I really like mohair, but somehow the Suri is really wonderful. I'm knitting one pattern, holding it with a fingering, and another alternating it with fingering. Both are working up fine. Yeah, Marlene, same experience. I really like it. Sam says she finds Suri softer, not as grippy as mohair. You get a nice smooth halo with Suri as well, whereas I feel like mohair kind of looks staticky, like hair flying all over the place. That's fun. Okay. Neutral fade. So I'm gonna do, of course we have to do feather. Duh. Oh, P.S. Feather in Suri is beautiful. She's stunning. Okay, a neutral fade. I want feather for reels. I have Stardust. I want Marley in there. This is a real neutral fade. And then, how many colors are we wanting? And then I'm going to do Romeo. So you might switch. Yeah, I'm going to do that. You could do, this is a very light fade. Very, very light. You can add some darker colors by, let's try this. I'm going to keep Marley, and I'm going to add Sand Dollar and Feather right after that. And I want something, no, I want something that's like a little darker. Grainline is too dark. Are we wanting this? I'm going very light on this. If we want to go darker, let me know. I kind of am thinking wizard robes for this. What are we thinking? What were those colors? These were Romeo, Marley, Stardust, and Feather. Nikki, is this yours? I just saw you commented an S, and I was like, that was either an accident or a 6. Sorry, I called you out, Nikki. I'm like, sorry. I didn't mean it. The Suri feather is beautiful, Robin. The ball of white, Stacy, is Suri feather. I have it caked up for... Ooh, whoa, did you guys see the camera, like, put my eyeball right in the middle of that? Wow. Did that actually happen, or just on one? I don't know. Anyway, I was watching myself on the screen, and I was like, something's up. This is Suri in feather. I have it just caked up because I love it, and just in case I want to use it in something someday. Oh, Nikki, don't worry. Don't worry. Sorry, I had to be like, what do you want? No. Ooh, feather in Suri is like Angora fiber from bunnies. I have Angora bunnies, have never learned to spin. Ooh, I had bunnies growing up and I loved them. Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. I'm going to do this. It's very light, but I think would be really pretty. This might be too dark. I kind of want to put Bronwell in there. Ooh. You could also do like this. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I came up with another thing. This is one that would be pretty too. This is Witch King, Bronwell, Marley, and Feather. It's very dark, but I very much love it. And I was also doing one that was lighter, but I can't think up. My brain is escaping me for a fourth color and beyond. So, but I really like this one too. This is Marley, Sand Dollar, and Feather. I kept putting Feather with all these neutrals, and you can even put a la mode after this for the fade, but it is like the quintessential cream neutral. It has light and or cool and warm tones in it. It very much goes with everything. So all right, next, Amy, and I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means, guys. Amy and something else. If this was yours, let me know. And I will do it. Is Bronwell a cool brown? I would say yes. It has green tones in it. So where Espresso is like very warm, Bronwell has some green tones in it. Contrast. Okay, Amy and a good contrast. Okay. Thank you, Val. All right. Here is Amy. And putting pink topaz as a contrast. And this is, I'm going to put Dr. Jekyll as a contrast for this. I really like those golds there. This is not like a super heavy like contrast, but I'm going to put Eleanor with it because it's very pretty. So very subtle, low contrast on there, but it's lovely. And then here it is with Fanny Price. My Fanny Price skein is a little rough, but the color is true. There we go. I really, really liked it with Pink Topaz and Dr. Jekyll. I feel like those two will, like if you're striping with them, you would get some really good definition there. All right. Wildflower for my DK, what Suri would you put with it? So, Charlie, this one is Wildflower Patch in Murex, which I have now, and I can show you. Here they go. So this is Murex, and this is Wildflower Patch. And then this is what they look like together. Very pretty, very subtle. I'm not usually a pink girl, but that Pink Topaz is gorgeous. It is really pretty. Pink Topaz would look pretty with Wildflower Patch too in Suri. Would be just, it would bring, where Murex makes it dark, makes it lighter and softer, Pink Topaz will make it darker, and the marled effect will really come out. So you'll get some really fun stitch contrast there. Okay. Our next pairing, Gingerbread Yarn Fairies and Sugar Plum Fairies. I have a skein of Gingerbread Yarn Fairies and Sugar Plum Fairies. Here we go. Gingerbread, which was a holiday limited edition. Yarn fairies and sugar plum fairies. There you go. I like gingerbread with those. It kind of marries the two together in a way that I wouldn't expect. Oops. Next. Oh, gingerbread in the middle. Sure. There you go. Do a little rotisserie chicken so you can see what it looks like from all the color angles. And there we go. Next. Violet pairings. Okay, so I can show a couple. Here it is with Juliet. We're also going to have a pairings video come out with this too. So if I don't get them all bing bang boom, we'll have more. It'll be good. Here it is with Pink Topaz and Juliet. And then I'm going to take out Juliet and do Merlot, which is a little bit of a brighter purple. Ooh, one that I did on the pairings that I really liked was, it was very vintage, Victorian Valentine, and I liked it. It was violet, and this is Curabelle in the middle and black jeans. And I really liked those. I don't know, they're just kind of different, and Violet and Curabelle just have some like mauve-y matches here and there that I think are really pretty together. I'll do one more. Trying to think of something kind of different. Oops. This is fun. This is Emma, Violet, and Fanny Price. Emma is right here. Fanny Price is right there. And I'm going to try one more. I just thought of one that I would like. Oops. This is it with the Swan Lake stuff. This is it with the Swan Lakes. This has like barely there pink. I'm trying to get the camera to focus and it's not. So, and that's very pretty. I like that. Ooh, here it is with Siegfried. Oh, here it is with Act 2. And here it is with Odette. Love it. Yay. I love when I have a whole entire month that I'm like, all right, this is going out in the world, because you guys know me, I have to plan things. I have to, but I'm not a good planner. So when things kind of work out like that, like I did not intentionally make it where it was like, and then all of these are going to be the same color. But now that I've done it where they all kind of match a little bit, I hope, please help it to keep going for the rest of the year, where the yarns that I'm making are matching kind of the stuff that's coming out. Please. Oh, that would be fun. At least like go in the same arena. it makes me happy. It just makes me happy. I see it and I'm like, oh, yes. It's like I planned it that way, but I didn't. Anyways, that was good. I didn't, I mean, maybe at some point I've held them up in the month and been like, yeah, these will all be great together. And if I did, wonderful. I forgot about it until just then. So, Act 2, did you hear say a sort of lavender matcha? Jamie, lavender matcha is an old colorway. And so our discontinues this year, we have the tea set and lavender matcha. That is the only place that you can get that colorway is through the tea set. So we put the set up just because one time we just took it down and someone was like, what? And so we like to give people an opportunity to get that one last time if they want. But you have to get it in the set. So anyways. Okay. The purple stars aligned. They really did this time. Okay. You can control that. You have the power. Courtney, I know, but I mean, you've seen me on these things. Like, do I have the power? Yes. But would that make my brain hurt on a level that I just don't have the time and the mental space and the emotional capacity to commit to? Yes. So will I try my best when it's like enjoyable and fun and it's like, yay, this works out? Yes. But I really have a hard time like planning things like that and like to that extent and that detail. I'm very much a big picture person, but like actually getting down into the details and the nitty gritty, I have a really hard time. It's a mental practice for sure to get to that point of planning. I don't think it's impossible. So when you're like, you have the power to control that, I'm like, yes, I do. I do. I know this about myself, but to get there is really hard. Okay. McWitch's Echo and another one that would stripe well together. Ooh. Allie told me that a lot of people are emailing her asking for Macbeth with the Bronte collection and that it's been looking great. Yeah, but do you have the power at that specific moment? Not always. Exactly. It's an exercise for me to plan things well. Which I'm getting better at over the years. Courtney, keep your creative process then. It's working. Courtney, to be honest, I am working my bestest to be towards where I'm like, I do have the power to do this and I'm doing that. And guess what, guys? Every month it matches. I'm working towards that because I believe you. And I feel like it's getting better and better every year. This year it's so hard. But the times when I've made it work, it's like, would Merlot go with McWitch's and Echo? Oh, sorry. I was reading comments. This one is, Ellis Bell with Echo, and I'll show also Rooibos Tea, and I'll show Merlot, but I also think Juliet. Ooh, I put McWitch's with the two bells for the make-along. Ooh. Someone said pairing with Nova, or knitting with Nova. They asked a pairing. Pairings are closed for the night, but you can always send us an email, contact@badsheepyarn.com, and we'll do our best to send you a photo. This is Echo, McWitch's, and Rooibos Tea. They would stripe very, very well together. Valerie, knowing our limits and using them in a way that is satisfying, creative, and not adding stress is a huge balance if we're not geared that way. Yes, and I am not. I'm trying to mentally be like, what? I feel like, my brain is like not letting me piece together this sentence. So Val, I was going to be like, yeah, and I am not geared in the planning way, but I do think that like you can practice it and get better at it, which is my goal every year. And it's always like especially the creative part of this job. And the more I've gotten to where I'm not working just by myself with myself anymore. I have people that work with me. I have people that, and not even just people, but, and designers and, dyers and everyone else. And it's become so much more than me just being like, I'm just going to throw it together. Woohoo. And so I have found it necessary to really pour into the part of me that needs to practice planning. Courtney, I know for sure you were like, this is not, I did not mean to get this deep with this. And I'm sorry, Courtney. But I thought of something I wanted to talk about and you brought it out. Courtney's like, I regrets. Oh my gosh. Courtney, I did not sign up for this. Sorry. Anyways, I'm working every year to get better and better at planning and organizing. And I have found that it does help the more that I'm getting in the practice of it to have fun and be creative and to make things that I'm really proud of and enjoy, while still getting better at making the people around me and their lives easier when they're working with me. That's my goal, is to not make it so that they're just like, oh my gosh, what a crazy gal. But that it's actually working and functioning, and for me as well as everyone else around me. So anyways, Courtney, nope, I love it. Good. I'm glad. Because as I'm sitting here being like, all right, real talk, guys. I'm like, poor Courtney. Oh God. Okay. I was gonna show Juliet with this, and then I will move on. I think this is pretty too. It would be really dark stripes, but I would love it. And then if you did black jeans in there, I know you only want. I know. And then I think you should do a lighter too. So you could do this, or you can keep with it and go maybe the Marley route, or Acton Bell for a light in there to kind of like give it some sort of lightness. Acton Bell is a great ghostly gray, and this would be really, really fun if you want to add like 2 more colors than you wanted. But if you don't want to add 2 more colors, I think these are fun too. And then if you just want to add maybe a 4th color, there you go. And that would be really fun. That was Juliet, Echo, and then the add-ons that I had were black jeans and Acton Bell. Oh, hey, I have the matcha. This is what lavender matcha looked like in Suri from the tea collection. This is G. Marcy, this is becoming such a stripe hype sweater. Yes! Sam, that's exactly right, Sam and Mindy. You guys, she's pretending she doesn't see us. I see you, and I'm just not answering. They're on the Keep Amethyst Quartz kick, and I just was like, we've been through this. Oh, never know. First live. Sorry, love your arm. No problem. The pairings get closed off really fast. So And it changes every week. So don't worry about it. And that's why I'm like, hey, they're closed. Go ahead and send us an email. Because I want people to see what they want to see. And so I always feel so bad being like, they're closed. So send us an email and we'll get a picture taken for you. Okay. This quartz is so pretty. It is. And it looks so good with Orchid and Suri. Look at that. A full screen of Britt's handiwork. It'll haunt you like the discontinuing guru has. Even in the shipping room the other day, one of the gals was like, I miss guru. I was like, yeah, it'd be nice to have her around sometimes. Val, so how many first timers do we scare away on these lives? You know what, Val? Usually they come in and then they take off if they're scared. So I have no idea. And the last time I asked, I had a ton of people be like, first time. And I was like, no. I'm so sorry. So I'm afraid to ask. Oh, man. Oh, Rebecca says, just bought my first order from you a couple weeks ago. Got it. And now I'm obsessed with your yarn. Oh, yay. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Everyone's... Nicole. No. Okay, guys. Listen. Every time I come on here live and in person, you're like, all right, time to petition for our favorites. Do you realize how often you reach for a birthstone colorway while doing pairings? Just saying. I know, they are great colorways, but guys, if we keep doing birth flowers, which there are some really pretty purples and pinks in there coming up this year, it's kind of like my color palette is kind of like purple, pink, reddish colors, and then not a ton of red, just the rose is 1 year. And so I had to put a little bit in there. And then some like yellows in, and I'm thinking I might need to do at some point a limited edition green to tie everything together for flowers. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our next pair. Oh, everyone being like, I'm obsessed with your yarn. Thank you so much. That is very, very kind. And I'm very proud to make yarn that people love. So thank you. Mindy, I gotta get a bigger shop so that before we keep everything. A fade, including violet and Peruvian butterfly, focusing more on purples. Had to get it in ASAP. Ooh, see, and it was, it's a fast one. Okay. Peruvian butterfly and violet, focusing on purples. How many colors are we wanting to fade? You can make more colors faster than I can knit, so I just buy more storage bins. Philosophy, can't die till it's all used. Goals. Will to live. Use all the yarn stash. Nicole, I was doing dishes, but I also petitioned for amethyst quartz. Oh, that's funny. Ooh, pastel sage-ish green, like Eleanor, but without the speckles. Is that what you're saying, Courtney? All right, more purples. Here we have it so far. How many do we need for this fade? This is Violet, Peruvian Butterfly, and Juliet. I mean, while we're here, we might as well put amethyst quartz in there. And I'm going to finish it with lavender macrame, I think. Yeah. Oops. Here we go. And then I would just say you can mix and match ones you like and don't like in there. You could even add Merlot and incantations if you want maybe some brighter things in there. Mindy, haven't I met your husband? And I feel like she said, I think my husband had a stroke today when he realized how much yarn I have. And I just want to be, is he surprised? Like, because you guys came to the yarn shop together. I'm like, that makes me laugh. Because I think I remember meeting him and he was funny. This is Juliet and Merlot. Incantations is in there, and it looks really fun next to Peruvian Butterfly if they all go there. And then Peruvian Butterfly, Amethyst Quartz, Violet, and Lavender Macaron. Ta-da! That's probably more yarn colors for the fade than you were wanting to, but you can definitely kind of go down that scale and then pick and choose which ones you liked or didn't. Oops. And how much you need for that, for your project. All right. Val says my husband thinks I'm starting my own yarn jump with PSY. I mean, we got hobbies, you know? A pairing from Instagram with Darjeeling tea. Okay, so, Darjeeling tea actually looks very cute with Amy from the Little Women set. And it has a very peachy pink. But here it is with Curabell. Here it is with Elvish. And Emma. And I'll do one more that's like a gold. Here it is with my Precious. I think it would be pretty with lemon meringue too if you want something really bright and summery. Banana Split would be fun. Banana Split has a lot of neons though, so it could be fun in there. I've seen people do some amazing things. That would be one where I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't like I'm not sure that I would put them together, but I've seen people do things that makes me have faith. Sapphire would be really pretty with it. Zircon would be pretty with it. Denise says her husband supports it wholeheartedly. Mine does too, Denise. Here we are. Fades featuring Zircon and Kenai, Yippee-ki-yay, and Ice Fog maybe. Okay. Zircon and Kenai. I'll do that. This. So the Kenai skein that I have is really, really, really dark, just so you guys know. Sometimes I pull the flopsies, but, and that's an old one, so it's very dark, but the colors are still there. All right, and it said Yippee-ki-yay. Okay, so we've got a few options here. One I'm going to do is a little different. So this one, and you can move some of these around if you want. And I'm just doing 4 colors. So if you need more, I'll kind of say you could go darker here or lighter here, but this one it kind of pulls more from the greens. You might flip these two around, but this is Enchanted Forest, Zircon, Kenai, and Lunamoth. Lunamoth? I said it wrong on the listing one at first, and then we corrected it, and now my brain goes, I don't remember which one it is. So that one's fun. It's a little more green. This one, and it uses both Kenai and Zircon. This one is Yippee-Ki-Yay, Ice Fog, Zircon, and I'm going to do a darker blue with it. You might want to switch some of these around. This is Velvet, Zircon, Yippee-Ki-Yay, and Ice Fog. I'm going to do Sapphire instead of Velvet. Oops, that's not what I want. There it is. Okay. Thank you, Alicia. Yes, Karen, I am wearing the Grainline Bias Cowl by KnotBadBritt. It is coming out tomorrow. This is Sapphire, Zircon, Yippee-Ki-Yay, and Ice Fog, and I'm going to take out Yippee-Ki-Yay and put in Kenai. And that one's really, really fun too. It's the same thing, Sapphire, Zircon, Kenai, and Ice Fog. I think that one was my favorite out of all of them. All right. Violet and Carnation. Oops. Oh no, my little succulent fell. Oop. Violet and Carnation. So pretty. This is my next on my blanket. And ooh, add Turtle Cove. I missed that comment. Otherwise, that would have been fun too. What is this? Violet, It's Complicated. The pairings doesn't like the apostrophes. Violet, It's Complicated. And Sapphire, and then Velvet instead. Okay. This is cute. How's your blanket coming along? Sam, I finished the first color. I still need to start on the second color. I recorded my Whip Wednesday about my mistakes. Because part of my blanket looks like it has a little bite out of it. But I figured out what I did wrong, so it's okay. And then here that is with Velvet. But other than that, I am still having fun with the blanket. This is a little Whip Wednesday synopsis for next week. I am having fun with the blanket still. I haven't, like I said, added my second color yet, but I'm ready to. I used up my full skein of DK on it. And I have to say, the pattern is really fun. I do like Tunisian crochet. I am learning how to fix my mistakes, which is good. Carnation is one of the prettiest colorways I have ever worked with. And I don't mean to toot my own horn about that. I'm just saying it is stunning. The entire time I was working with it, even through my frustration with, I have Suri fluff on my face, even with the frustration of like, I'm making these mistakes and oh my gosh, I made another mistake and kind of being like, oh, this is going to take forever. The thing, and this is why when people are learning something and they say things like, you know, oh, I don't want to get the really nice yarn while I'm learning this or something like that. I disagree with that because I think getting yarn that you really, really love can help you push through the mistakes that you're making so that you can enjoy part of the process. So instead of just having that focus of like, oh, I'm really not getting this, or I'm having a hard time, or whatever that you tell yourself when you're learning something new and it's hard. I have always, even when I was very young and learning to make things, I realized very quickly that if I bought yarn that I really liked, I would still enjoy the making process. And so whether it was expensive yarn, cheap yarn, I didn't care about that, and I still don't. I think if you love the yarn that you're working with, love the tools that you're working with, it's worth it, and it will help you push through and learn more things. That is my perspective of that, and I've been knitting and crocheting, not crocheting quite as much, but knitting for sure since I was like 11 or 12 years old, and as soon as I could afford to buy my own yarn, which I had a babysitting job when I was 13, and I definitely bought yarn with it, that became my philosophy, is that if you can have something that you enjoy working with, whether it be the color or some fun design or something like that, you will push through. So anyways, my 10-year-old granddaughters love messing around with BSY. My 10-year-old daughter does too. And Pam, the same, using lesser quality of yarn or any art supplies. Same. I think if you get a bug to make something and you want to learn, I love getting higher quality art supplies and yarn. There is a difference. I'm not denying that. There is a difference for sure. But if you like it and you want to make with it and it's getting you to create and think about new things and enjoy a process, do it. Like, why wouldn't you? Anyways. Yep, that's what I think. That's my philosophy with that. Even like I would love to get into pottery at some point in my life. Like, I think it would be wonderful and fun. But I don't have the time or means to do that right now, and so I bought air dry clay, and I've just been fiddling around with it here and there and making stuff out of air dry clay whenever I want. One of my kids really loves it, and asked for it for her birthday and got a tub of air, and it's just like it's like the cheapest stuff from the store, but it's fun, and you're learning stuff, and I'm learning things about working with clay, even though it's not the bestest. So it's fun. It's just fun making stuff. Use what you have, and what you can get your hands on. All right. Robin, was that yours, the sapphire and then velvet? Because I saw your comment that said, this is a tough choice. It is. I would say, Robin, I really like velvet with it. Personally, I think the deeper navy, and it's not purple, it's like deep navy, but I think it kind of like really accentuates some of those deeper, moodier colors in those colorways, and I love that. That's what I would pick, Robin. But I also know that you really like your pretty blues. So sapphire was beautiful too. I think it just depends on what vibe you're wanting to go with your project. Okay. Amethyst Quartz, Celeste Print, Sugar Plum Fairies, and Meg. I'm getting a stack on my, just sitting here. Okay. Because I'm not putting things away. Celeste. And Prince, Sugar Plum Fairies, and Meg. This one's really pretty. Oops. All right. There it is. I was like, something dropped. Oh, guys, this one is so pretty. Okay. Here we go. Prince, Meg. Prince is right here. Meg, Sugar Plum Fairies, Amethyst Quartz, and Celeste. She's beautiful. William Wilson and 3 others. Boop, boop. Boop. Okay, William Wilson. Whoa. And 3 others. All right, so, okay, the William Wilson comes in a set, the Edgar Allan Poe set, and I'm just always like, that one. If it comes in a set, always choose the set, because they will most likely look good together, unless you're talking like early Alaska sets. I didn't know what I was doing there. They're fun colorways, but they do not match. So I was going for vibes for that one. This is the Edgar Allan Poe set, and I put Echo in there. If you want a brighter green, I would choose ooh. No, not that one. I would choose Enchanted Forest for a really fun bright green. And then let me see here. Ooh, I'm gonna do long bottom leaf, that, and all right, so this is Nevermore, William Wilson, long bottom leaf, and Bronwell. Oops. Get those ties back there. And then I had Echo, and I could show you that. I'm pulling a lot of greens. I have one more, just a second. All right, this is my other one. This is William Wilson, Bronwell, Eleanor, and Marley. Which is fun. I feel like this is like the green neutral. That one's fun. Next. Is Velvet dark blue or purple combo? It's dark blue. Velvet is navy blue. Next. Garnet, Lotus, Gin and Tonic, and Pink Topaz. All right. Find my Lotus skein. That's terracotta. Nope. I thought my Lotus skein fell to the back, but it did not. Okay. Where is it then? There it is. Okay, found it. All right. Garnet, Lotus, Pink Topaz, and gin and tonic. There it is. All right. Here we go. This is garnet, lotus, pink topaz, and gin and tonic. And if gin and tonic is a little too bright, you can do Eleanor in there too. Someone asked for me to repeat the greens. Let me try and remember. One was Bronwell, Eleanor, William Wilson, and Marley. Another one was the Edgar Allan Poe set, so that includes William Wilson. And you can add a green like Enchanted Forest or Echo. And those would be really, really pretty. So those are what I would say to go with William Wilson. All right, our last pairing, wild bluebird, bluebirds and sapphire with wild blueberry. I'd get there eventually. I would get there eventually. And oddly, my wild blueberry skein is the one that's being difficult. I know it's in here because I had it earlier. But there it is. Okay. And bluebird. And what was the other one? Sapphire. I feel like sapphire fell. It did. All right, here we go. Oh, can I see Ellis Bell with garnet and lotus? Sure, Courtney, no problem. There are those. And then Ellis Bell. Wow, I'm going to need to redo my entire shelf after this. Maybe I should make a video of me, because people ask me a lot how I organize my yarn, and maybe I should make a video sometime of that in this little space. All right, lotus, garnet, and Ellis Bell. Ooh, pretty. Here you go. Lotus, garnet, and Ellis Bell. All right. Velvet does not come in Suri right now. That is it. That is it for the night. Well, everyone, we did it. We did it. We made it. Oh, Christine, yes, I can do Murex and Petal. Here we go. Very soft, very cute. Oops. Murex has a little moss fuzzy on there. There you go. Oh, Sarah says I should have gotten garnet. We will probably have closeouts of it. I'm not sure when, but we're still dying our way through garnet. Me and one of the gals made quite a few pans of it today, so we're getting there. No BSY after dark. Bummer. It's okay. I'm not gonna lie. I try and avoid that part of the show. I try to avoid that part of the show as best I can. McWitches and Suri. I I don't actually have that one here. Do we have Macbeth Witches in Suri? I feel like we do. I don't know if I have that one here. Sorry. I know I've got a whole big thing of Suri behind me, but I organized it right before this because I remember I just put them all on the shelf last week and I had no idea where anything was. So I tried to organize it better today. It's not even 2 hours yet. We have 9 minutes. So yay. Good job, everyone. We did it. All right. So, for someone that wanted to recap earlier, here's the recap of what's going on. Focus. Let's lock in, guys. Here's the recap. This crochet pattern, the Grainline Bias Crochet Cowl by KnotBadBritt, is coming out tomorrow. It's absolutely stunning and gorgeous. It is 1 skein of sport weight and 1 skein of Suri alpaca held together while you're making it. We do have kits that will be available. So tomorrow it will be this and kits. Included in the kits temporarily, because it was so beautiful, Britt made this sample, and this will be available too. This is amethyst quartz and orchid held together. I think when amethyst quartz is gone, you could probably do violet and orchid, and it would be very similar vibes. But this is beautiful. This is a temporary kit that will be on the Patterning Kits page. It's the Gossamer kit. But yeah, a really fun crochet cowl make that's beautiful and perfect for the walks that are getting sunnier and brighter, and just some bright colors to wear around your face in this middle of winter. And yeah, beautiful. So that will be out tomorrow. Our discontinued colorways for the month of February are Incandescently Happy and Darjeeling Tea, as well as the tea set. That will just be not on our website anymore. Butterfly PT will be the only remaining colorway from that set after this month. And Amethyst Quartz is on there as well. Our limited colorways for this month are, it's Complicated. It's our Valentine's Day colorway. So this will be available through March 1st. That's also when all of our discontinued colorways are going to be gone. March 1st, that Sunday, is the last day to shop for them. It's Complicated. We also have a Tunisian cowl coming out next week. That's by the wonderful Lori Harrison of Vac Lori, and that will be out next week. And then also next week we will have, oh gosh, I can't reach, the Swan Lake set. This will be coming out next week. And then the week after that is the cast on day for our make along. So even then you can still sign up. You don't have to sign up, but you can still join. It is going on currently. We're finding yarn. That's what a lot of the pairings were for, I think, tonight. And we're sending lots of pictures. So again, if you want help finding stuff, go ahead and send us an email, contact@badsheepyarn.com. The wonderful Allie is answering emails and sending photos Monday through Friday. If she doesn't get back to you by the end of this week, we'll have there next week. It'll be great. So anyways, 5 more minutes, everyone. Now I'm determined. I'm like, we will end before 8. I think that's it. If you want to join the make along, it's from our Facebook group, BSY Community Official. We're posting there. It's a fun place to be. And you can also find more information like on there, and you can find links to that too, on our blog and everywhere else, which our blog is on our website. So, which is badsheepyarn.com, in case I didn't say that. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much. It was a great time. I had fun. I hope you did too. And I will see you all next week. And we're not doing after hours tonight. That's okay. We'll have it another night. It'll be fine. And I will see you all later. Bye.